Hi, Miss Lynch calling from an academy. I'm Olivia's head of house. How are you?
Hi. Is that Miss Sophie Lynch?
Yeah, speaking. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. I just wanted to give you a quick call about Olivia. Is now a good time to speak?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I just wanted to speak about something that happened in tutorial time this morning.
Okay.
So students were discussing, because in tutorial resources we kind of speak about lots of different topics, and today's topic was about the decision of Uganda introducing the death penalty for kind of aggravated homosexuality. And so Olivia's form tutor kind of was encouraging discussions and asking the students, what do you think about this? Do you agree with it? And then Olivia said, oh, it's their country. They can do what they like. I agree. And so Mr. Benet challenged her on that, about why she felt that way. And then Olivia then proceeded to say that being gay is a sin she was referring to. She said it's a sin. So she said when she was challenged by her form tutor, but
You're hearing the stuttering that's going on right now.
Yeah, she's talking to a Ugandan parent, right?
I don't know where the parent's from, but I don't think it's to do with that. You'll hear it more as it goes on, but...
Yeah, because obviously I'm part Ugandan, so I know what's going on over in Uganda, and for as much as people might not like that they have a harsh view on homosexuality, the last thing I want is for the West to go over there and start imposing their rules and their regulations, because we've seen what happened to other countries where America and Britain have gotten involved. They always end up worse off. So even if you don't like some of their rules, every single time we go somewhere, they end up worse off. So just leave them alone. Don't try to impose your way of thinking on them. In biblical scripture, being gay is a sin. So if that's what they're going by, and the thing is that I'm assuming a lot of gay people don't believe in God. I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. But in the Bible, it says that it's a sin. There's stories about towns being burnt to the ground by God or his angels because of homosexuality. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm saying by biblical scripture, by definition, it is a sin. It is a sin. So you can think whatever you want about that. We're not agreeing or disagreeing with it. That's just what it is. We don't live in Uganda. Just let them do their thing.
by saying that being gay is a sin, that is a homophobic comment to make. Her understanding of being homophobic is hating gay people and kind of being violent or acts of hatred towards them. But
sorry, I'm just clearing my throat.
No, it's okay, no problem at all. But basically, because she was in tutorial time, and Olivia has outwardly said in that tutorial time that being gay is a sin, she has been given a day of 2 days in the inclusion room as a sanction for this.
Why has she been? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, carry on. I'm listening. Sorry.
I'm just about to explain.
Okay, right.
So I'm trying to... I've had a conversation with her this morning.
Yes.
And I'll have another conversation with her at the end of the day today.
Okay.
Because we're trying to really explain to Olivia, I said, break it down for me. What is a sin? Can you define what a sin is to me? And she said, it's something kind of negative, it's something bad, and that if you do that, then you go to hell. And she explained it in that way. And so I was trying to make her understand that I completely respect her religious views, but by saying in the tutorial time that being gay is a sin, that is showing prejudice, and it's saying a negative thing about being gay.
How can you respect her views and then also give her exclusion time and send her away for 2 days? I'm assuming this teacher probably doesn't believe in the concepts of heaven and hell and the teachings of the Bible. Therefore, if you respect somebody's views that do believe in the teachings of the Bible, in the Bible it says that being gay is a sin, right? There are stories about it. You can read up on Sodom and Gomorrah. There's plenty of stuff in the Bible where they talk about it. We here at Midnight Rubbish are not saying that being gay is bad. I'm just saying that is what it says in the Bible. So if you respect somebody's religious views, they are repeating what they've read in a book that reflects their religious views. then why would you put them in the exclusion room? The exclusion room is for bad kids, right? That have done something wrong. How can you, we don't respect people for doing bad things, right? But in the Bible, it says that it's a sin. She's repeating what she believes in.
And also it goes back to the original point of freedom of speech. But this is what doesn't make sense to me, because she's saying they're a Christian school. So if you're a Christian school, then it doesn't make sense how you're putting someone in exclusion for preaching something from the Bible. How does it add up?
Well, it must be some, obviously a lot of time has passed. There's been several New Testaments. I think things have been rewritten. People look at things differently. You might say that it's the bastardization of what Christianity is to go against what is as close to the original scripture as possible.
What I want to know is, let's say this was a Muslim kid, and the Muslim kid said the same thing. Would they still put the Muslim kid in exclusion?
I don't think so. If they know what's good for them.
But then it's just unfair. They're picking and choosing right now.
But we've seen it before. They're very quick to like go after Christian parents. But when Muslim parents step up, they don't want that smoke. First of all, Muslim parents, Muslim people tend to be people of color, right? And that's already a red flag for this woman. I'm assuming this woman's woke, just the way she's talking. From what I've seen, people are more hesitant to push back with Islam. When we saw those Muslim parents roll up to that school board suddenly were like, I don't know if we want this smoke.
Yeah.
So, and the Christian parents and the Muslim parents stood together against the books that they were putting in the school, which I think that they should do more of. I think Christians and Muslims, being two of the biggest religions in the world, if people are going to respect their religions, I'm not saying that I agree with everything in Islam or in Christianity. I'm not giving my views on either. But if we're going to like truly respect somebody's space and their freedom to believe in what they want, because she's not expressed, as far as I'm aware, the teacher's saying that she expressed like a violent attitude towards gay people. I don't know if the teacher's making it up, but if she just believes that, because there's a lot of people that I know that think being gay is a sin, but they ain't never touched a gay person. They just don't talk to them. That they're well within their right. People don't have to think the way you think or like you for the decisions you make in your life. You can still make them. It's only if somebody is infringing on your rights or trying to cause harm to you that it's a problem. Somebody just being against you being gay, they're not doing anything to you. They're allowed to. You're probably against people that are against homosexuality, but you're not going to go up to them and attack them, I'm assuming. So just let people believe what they want to believe.
As a Christian school and a Christian academy, as you're aware, part of our ethos is being kind and accepting of others. And so you have to appreciate that in that form room, you know, there may be students that are gay and they would feel quite uncomfortable in that situation. And for any kind of homophobic language or racist language, it's the same. We give a sanction of 2 days, and that's the reason why she's got a sanction of 2 days.
Okay, all right, okay. Have you finished, Miss Lynch?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, all right. Olivia she's not having the inclusion, right? First of all, right, she was asked, right, her opinion, and she gave her honest opinion. I, for one, do not encourage any form of discrimination, right? And again, when she said it's a sin, she's coming from a religious perspective, as opposed to, okay, this is what I personally feel. Now, if Mr. Barney, is that his name, did not want an opinion, then he should not have asked her. So basically, right, and don't get me wrong, I do hear what you're saying, right, that there may be some pupils in the class that may be, gay. I do get that, and they may feel offended, right? But the question was asked of her, and I'm sure in your tutorial classes, right, or just generally with your pupils, you encourage them to speak their mind, right? Now, if she wasn't asked, she would not have said anything. So it's not like she's gone and she's, insulting, left, right, and center, be it a black person, a gay person, or whatever sort of person, be it whatever. She's not doing that. She's giving her honest opinion, and she's being penalized for that. And it's coming from a religious background. Because I'm not sure if you're a Christian, right? Now, this is my take, right? I'm a Christian, and we know in the Bible it's a sin. Then again, I'm not God. God judges. That doesn't mean we cannot love everyone, gay, straight, or whatever. God judges. But she was asked a question. So why is she being penalized for answering a question honestly? So I'm sorry, but I'm refusing that she does not do any inclusion. It's not fair. It's not fair.
She basically said everything that I said.
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen that video. I didn't even know that video
Best
existed.
response she could have said.
If you don't want to smoke, don't walk into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like it's that simple. You ask the girl for her opinion. In the Bible, it is a sin. What that doesn't mean, like she said, it doesn't mean that we can't love gay, straight, trans, whatever you are. It doesn't mean you can't be friends with these people. In the Bible, it's a sin. It's that simple. It doesn't matter how many times you rewrite it. The old scripture exists. We all know what it says. We've all read the story.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to believe and follow whatever they want.
Yeah, and in terms of Uganda or any other country, it is not for us to go and impose our laws, our regulations, our way of thinking on other countries. They can rule and govern how they want. Every time we involve ourselves in other places in the world, a bunch of people get hurt, way more than were getting hurt before. We always step into places and they turn into a vacuum and then something worse is there. If they are not inclusive of LGBTQ community, that's up to them. That's their own battle to fight. Their human rights activists, whoever is out there, can fight that battle. We are not the police of the world, or at least we shouldn't be. Leave people to fight their own battles. There's loads of rules around the world that do not correlate with what goes on in the West, and there's loads of ways of thinking, and a lot of places are more religious. Uganda's passed that law, and Uganda has very, very anti-LGBT views, and that's up to them. On the subject of the girl, they asked her a question. She gave an accurate answer because in the Bible, it quite clearly says that homosexuality is a sin. Again, for the idiots in the back that think that we are saying it's a sin or that it's bad, we're not giving our opinion on it. That's just what she said, and that's what's in the Bible. Someone asked me my views on homosexuality from a religious standpoint. I could only recite the Bible. I only know what's in the Bible. I don't really know what's in the Quran or anything else, although I assume they have similar views. That's what's in there. That's it. If there is a God out there, he'll judge. But that's what it says in the book. And she gave you her opinion, and that's it. And then you exclude her for it. What happened to inclusion? They were just full of shit. That's what they are. They're just full of shit.
I don't think it's fair to exclude her for 2 days for that. It's true what the mum's saying. He asked the opinion. She gave her answer. She's not going out of her way to be rude or disrespect anyone. It's unfair.
It is what it is.
By doing what they've done now, she's going to be afraid to speak her mind now because she's scared she's going to get in trouble or get excluded.
Yeah, in school, in college, in university, you're meant to ask questions that challenge people, and even the teachers get challenged by the students, right? Internet provides students now with a lot of information that even the teachers might get pulled up on and not know how to answer. So you're meant to like bounce ideas back and forth. But because she said something that you didn't like, you excluded her from the classroom for 2 days. I don't think she was being homophobic. She was just saying what's in the Bible. That's what she's read. If she's a religious person, then she's allowed to believe that. Imagine like there's a gay kid expressing his views, and I was like, well, I don't like that because it makes straight people feel uncomfortable, so exclusion room for 2 days. Like, what is wrong with people? Everyone is a snowflake now. Everyone's a wet blanket. Ain't got much else, man. I'm tired of these people. Bunch of weak ass